come to the bold analysis. The video of a police officer shooting an armed masked hawker in Nairobi is the greatest disappointment today in this country. And the video clip that has been taken, a clearer video clip that has been taken by ICC undercover in Nairobi, swiftly has shocked the world, the country. And can I tell you the coincidence? The man who has been shot yet again is coming from Homa Bay. This makes me sick. I've looked at that video and I'm like, I don't know what is wrong with us. That video can make you angry. But first, before we go there, can they help us respond to the distress call to support this boy here, Stephen? We helped Stephen's mother in this channel, that is the lady you were seeing there, in March, and she was to undergo an operation, but unfortunately the mother died. So when Stephen called me, the son called me last week when I was in Kakamega, it was after the mother had been buried, and I didn't know because the only point of contact we had with the mother, Eunice, was only the phone number. Yeah, deceased. But this boy, tragedy fell, and he got stroke and is currently stranded and bedridden. I've sent my team today, and my team were there today, and they've taken the boy. They're just supposed to take him to the hospital tonight.
Jade, ukuzi alibeba. Huwezi beba. Ukijaribu kuinua what you feel? Ndio tusiye kitaka. Nilitoa hata kwa. Basi nikijaribu kubeba siwezi. You feel pain, no? Basi mtu akijaribu kubeba kuinua ananua tu. Okay. So if I understand, hii mguu huwezi inua hivi. You as a person when you huwezi inua, but someone can lift it.
So huyu ndiye Steven, tumefika, na as you can see, haizi tembea, haizi kaa chini. Most of the time anakaa tu amekaa hivyo kwa sababu yes, the lower body haizi function kabisa. And so si tuna purpose kumpeleka hospitali, but
so the tests are done, and we are looking at the conventional way and also the new traditional way, the other conventional teaching, medication. So kindly help us so that we can treat this boy. We are looking at a budget of around 200,000. I want to say thank you. As I talk to you, I already have 82,790, and I want to say thank you very much. We are doing 100 bob challenge, lakini iyo kidogo umepata, kidogo hujaza kibaba, and we believe that it will help go in a long way to help this boy get medication. And we're also praying for healing and restoration. As our foundation, we endeavor to get resources to take him through the medication, but we also believe that having come from the tragedy of losing the mother and the depression and all that, that he also needs to get a little bit of comfort after that tragedy of losing the mother. And this boy, one day, our dream, by God's will, is that he can rise up in his feet and probably get to walk. I want you to watch this video. This is the video of police shooting an armed hawker akiwa amebeba masks kwa mkono, a mask seller. If this video can't make you angry, and I think we have a big problem in this country. As I said, this video, there are the other videos that you can see. This was taken by undercover ICC undercovers that have been vouching. And in fact, I can say, if the ICC can collect enough evidence, it is about time Kenyan civil society groups and prosecutors and people in that justice space considers getting the attention of ICC, so that there are some people that need to go to ICC. There's some people that need to go to ICC. Otherwise, we'll not have a country here. Yes, kuna watu wanafaa waende. Millie Odhiambo was talking in parliament immediately after this, and he actually revealed that the gentleman is Albert's neighbor. Yes.
Madam Speaker, it would be, Madam Speaker, it would be careless on my part if I don't say that I've just learned that actually the young man that I'm talking about, I'm being told, is again from Homa Bay and from Suba. Madam Speaker, that is why we must always stand on principle. Can you imagine if I was speaking here carelessly, saying how it is nice for police to kill people? But I have said the police need to restrain themselves without knowing that this is a person from Suba. Madam Speaker, I want to repeat, it does not matter, and he was selling masks because people are demonstrating. I've actually watched that clip. It is totally reckless and irresponsible what that police officer has done, and they are doing a disservice to this government, because when you make 5 steps forward or 10 steps forward, they take you 50 back. And we need to be moving forward as a country. We can't be moving back all the time. What do I go and tell the Suba people? Honestly. I don't know if it's from Suba North or Suba South, but whichever is from Suba. It is unfortunate. And from Homa Bay. Homa Bay, we are tired of mourning. We are dying of natural causes. Even yesterday, I lost my nursery school teacher at Which. Today, again, we are from the police. Let us die of natural. Let us die of natural causes, not being killed. Homa Bay, please. Please.
Thank you.
Ongondowere, Ojuang. Now, surely, all of us are being killed. Who will remain in Homa Bay? Please.
What is wrong with the system? What exactly is wrong with the system? And we said, Sifuna said that broad-based deal right there. I am disappointed. And you guys, when I did my analysis yesterday, I called out Governor Wanga in the ODM team for what I called hypocrisy. Because ODM party and ODM supporters had been victims of police brutality. They were used to pacify and had to take advantage of Albert's father's vulnerability so that Albert's father could try to cool down the tempers and President William Ruto. Now, another one from Homa Bay. I said it yesterday. And I'm not justifying it has to be Homa Bay, but look at how things are turning out. Do you know even the goons in town? Look at this photo. This guy is putting on an ODM cap. I am not tribal, but this is what is it. Some of these characters are ODM characters. Yes. The characters who are praising Sakaja, some of these characters are ODM characters. And the heartbreaking photo today is the photo of a man holding that mask dead there. You could see the hawker who witnessed it was terrified and was in tears trying to explain to journalists what happened. And I dare ask, what is wrong with us?
Sasa ndio nimeona hawana magari akamtusi mimi nikaona mtu ameanguka
What have we lost? Where is humanity? Why have we normalized killing? And you know the problem is this. The only reason the police officers can kill so confidently in broad daylight is because they know they'll be protected by their commander. As to whether it's commander-in-chief is another conversation. That mask seller was shot at close range. Something is not adding up. William Ruto knows very well that the protest was brought about because of a civilian killed inside a police cell. So people are raising their voices about it. And then you go to the street and a police officer shoots someone. Last time we praised them, and I said they tried to restrain. We saw members of public touting some police officers, and there was some element of restraint. Today, this incident happened, and again someone is shot. Huyo mtu hata ukiangalia hiyo video, let's ask, alikuwa amefanya nini? Na nini inatufanya kama nchi? Why are we losing ourselves? What exactly is wrong? What did Ali Joshua do? I want us to make some observations. Why I believe that ICC should come for us. Should come for these characters. He shot live bullets at protesters. If you check that video, there was live bullets targeting protesters first. And then you realize that he got angered, and the issue of shooting this gentleman came as an afterthought. Si eti hakuonekana kwa sababu hata anaonekana kama alikuwa anampita akarudi. And it came as an afterthought. It was a very intentional killing kwa sababu they were two. Yule mwingine akamsukuma akaanguka. Anakumsukuma yule akamshoot. It looks close range, targeting head. You know, that is someone who wanted to kill. Close range, targeting the head. As in, did he have to? And after that, they just left the guy and left like nothing has happened. They disappeared there unbothered. I've found these two photos because of AI is really helping us do the Lord's work. Two photos. In these two photos, you can see one police officer amevaa headgear. I don't know ranks. You guys can say which one is that. Now, this other person mwenye amevaa the normal cape, akafunga hiyo nini nyuma, na alifunika mpaka uso na mask mpaka na this way. Alifunika. This was the gentleman. So at this point hakuwa anajua anaonekana. But can I tell you why? Cheza na Gen Zs. Look at this photo. That is the gentleman. The Gen Zs have exposed him. You see the guy mwenye amehang huyo mwenye amevaa cape. If you check him, yeye ndio ile jamaa alikuwa kwa ile picha. He's the guy, has been found. If you look at him, he doesn't look young. Anakaa senior officer. And number two, the difference between him na yule mwingine, you can read striking difference in terms of even specifications, in terms of the rank of the two. The situation escalated, and I saw Kimani Ichung'wah. I don't know. He was defending the police, by the way.
With honor and with the dignity that they deserve. Honorable Speaker, it is said, Honorable Speaker, that if you want to know the cost of education, try ignorance. If you want to know the cost of chaos, Honorable Speaker, allow, Honorable Speaker, everybody to roam the streets and do what they want and withdraw the police from those streets any day. Whether they are people picketing, whether they are demonstrators, whether they are mobilized looters, like we have seen, Honorable Speaker, in the recent past, what we are seeing being described as demonstrations are organized groups of goons, Honorable Speaker. Yes. Organized groups of goons. And you know, shamelessly, I had a leader purport that even the cars that were burnt last week were nowhere in the register of vehicles at NTSA. And I want to dare the former deputy president. It is okay to go and incite people on vernacular radio, but you must have the decency to adduce evidence of every allegation and claim that you make. Otherwise, you continue to exhibit the sort of ignorance that you served with in office, even when you're out of office, Honorable Speaker.
Mambo itaumana. Hii mambo itaumana. Mambo itaumana. It's defending the police. This thing is a bit complex because the Nairobi operation, auditing of Nairobi operation is going to be. And now we've found the person. Mpaka watu wameona uso. I saw people even unleashing the number. Of course, due to ethics, we cannot unleash the number here. People unleashing the number in Twitter and so. So why don't IPOA just arrest the person? We should not be told stories. Yes. Oh. Mr. President, that one was killed inside police cell. We've been told so many stories about what happened. That was Albert. You even went and gave Albert's father money. He was caught and he said, Mr. President has taken my son as his son. This one is another one. Shooting live. Will someone go again and target the parents of this one? So that it comes out. But one question someone has asked me. What a coincidence. Albert was from Homa Bay. Ali Joshua is from Homa Bay. The protest is on police brutality. Again, during that police brutality protest, someone is being killed brutally. That officer knew he was live on camera. Why did he shoot? You know? And that is why I stand. The ICC undercover were in Nairobi. I've been in Nairobi. That is one of the stories I was actually getting here. They need to document every frame, every clip, every incident. And at this point, ODM must stand clear. What do they stand for? That this narrative of broad-based, and we must know what they stand for. And if police think that those are people that have infiltrated that protest to try to plant or manufacture rage, it is upon the state to investigate. It is true, and we acknowledge that, the members of the public that have been clashing with the police. But it has never gotten to that level. There's no shooting of that incident. The shooting was targeting, close range, and it was intentional, and the person knew the person I'm shooting is going to die. Is going to die. So they ask again, what is wrong with us? What have we lost as a people that we can't just figure out and ask ourselves the tough questions in terms of what are we doing? Is what we are doing right? You know, sometimes you ask the tough questions. Is what we're doing right? There are three interpretations I'm seeing from that incident, and of course we will still, as in unravels. We are waiting for the next news. I think that man should have been arrested immediately after that, so that kusikuwa na stories za sijui alipotea, sijui akaenda wapi, sijui kukoaje. There should be no stories. The police orders on a Nairobi operation were a bit insensitive to the issue of Albert's death. To the issue of Albert's death. They're a bit insensitive. And I think the Nairobi commander who was in charge of that, I don't know what, because I also saw goons being protected by the police. The Nairobi commander must be wary and must give the country an explanation about it. And secondly, the country must be careful not to fall for the trap, for the tribal trap, that because it is a Homa Bay person who has been killed, it is just another state script. And why is it always Homa Bay? Whether it is Homa Bay, whether it is Maisiaya, whether it is Kirinyaga, or Turkana, or Kilifi, it is police brutality. You cannot return back the life lost. That is the conversation. This narrative of, there are rogue police elements. If there are rogue police elements, is it the responsibility of the people to weed them out? Is it not the government's role to weed them out? If indeed they believe there are bad elements within the police that are stalking, that are being used to stalk, to manufacture anger, against President Ruto, then it is upon the intelligence and the team to map out these people and weed them out. Do we have the powers? So you cannot bring such a narrative to the people. It is not within our range. The breach of human rights needs an international eye. And I dare say this. Someone must fear that nikiua mtu nitakuwa kwa shida. Someone must fear. If someone cannot have the fear that if I kill someone I will be in trouble, I'm telling you, I can repeat this again, we will be in for a road shock. Someone must fear that killing someone will put me into trouble. And I think even the police ranks must need a serious audit. So many heads must roll. And I think it is not just a matter of heads rolling. Investigations should be done. So ICC should come for someone here. They should come and pick someone. So that watu wajue, and especially even the lower ranks, there is a special, is there a special squad killing? You know, Rigathi said this thing. Now you look at this and you tend to believe what Rigathi is saying. Rigathi spoke of a killer squad. Do we have such a killer squad? Do we have such? Because that seemed to be the only direction that we're heading as a country. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.